What's going on, Broncos country? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling hella good tonight. Like the Broncos done made their roster moves. The filter is basically set, but it's not really set because a lot of things could happen. Like Sean Payton said, a lot of things could happen between now and next few days, next 10 days. Mm, You know what I mean? But basically, we know who it's going to be. Like the tight end room is set. Nate Atkins, excuse me. But before I get into that, I'm just, I got, I just got a chit chat. Oh, excuse me, I'm full of gas. Excuse me, Bronco Country. But listen, this is the time of year for everybody in Broncos country, and I know people, everybody in Bronco game. We ready. We ready. And like I was saying before, when I just finished um, doing a podcast on Twitter. Like I know y'all see that Panther thing. That's not mine. That's not mine. That's my wife's. She's a diehard Panther fan. Like when I met her, she was a diehard Panther fan. And I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I got me a Panther girl. But I love her for I love her for who she is and not for what team she roots for. Just like she loves me for who I am and not for what team I root for. But well, I'm gonna have trouble putting this back, but I had to show y'all with my stuff. You know, things like that. You know, I'm on that side of the wall right there, next to the computer, and so I'm on that side of the wall. Have my computer there, got the TV there, and yeah, she got that recliner should have been here, but she just put that panda shit on it. But that recliner she got last year Christmas, this past Christmas, her mother bought it for, but now it's just getting here. But it was at her mother's house. But like to me, I think her mother should just had it shipped here. But instead, it's stayed there for a little while, and now it finally got to the place where it's supposed to be. So my wife had to do a little digging to get this stuff to cover her climate change. Right. But no said of that. No said of that. But look, I'm ecstatic about what the Broncos did so far because it could be more moves coming. Right? It could be a lot more moves coming. They waived little Jordan Humphrey, and like he's expected to go on the practice squad. And Jerry Judy, they didn't put him on short term IR because he's expected to be Jerry Judy is expected to miss week 1 and week 2. So that means he's probably gonna be back for week 3. Hopefully he's back for week 3 because that's when we go to Miami. We play them Dolphins. Right, because the only speed guy we have in the wide receiver room would be Marvin Mims Jr. Well, Jerry Judy is not really a speed guy, but he speed the way he separates, right? I think Brandon Johnson is kind of a speed guy too. Mhm. Then you got Nate Atkins in the tight end room. He's the tight end slash fullback. But he's like, I could give you a quote what Sean Payton said about Nate Atkins. He said Nate Atkins is the coach's dream. That's what he said. He said Nate Atkins is the coach's dream. So you know Apple O was gonna make the roster or what? Somebody that was the coach's dream. But then Apple O didn't really do enough. He showed up in the last preseason game against the Rams, but as far as that, he didn't really show enough. And he's not a pure blocker. He's a receiving tight end. That's all he is a big body receiving tight end, which you would call a wide receiver. He had time. He had time to blossom and bloom as a blocker, but he never did. He showed signs of being a average blocker, um, coming on late, but he didn't have all didn't do enough. That's and like really, I thought he was way when I first saw it earlier this morning. But then, like, they held on to the paper, they didn't turn it in. I guess they was waiting to see if anybody was going to call and give him an offer for him. Finally, finally they did. They Philly called for him. They made the trade. They sent him, a Philly Apple O in the seventh round pick, and Philly sent in the sixth round. Uh, 2025, mind you. Denver sending a 2025 seventh round pick to Philly, and Philly sending back a 2025 sixth round pick to Denver. You know what I mean? A fair exchange is not no robbery. A fair exchange is really not no robbery. But I thought he was way, but they held on to the paper. They didn't turn it in because of the performance that he did. They felt like somebody was gonna come calling, and that was the Eagles. Now I hold no ill will against Avo. Nobody should. I wish Avo the best, and I hope everybody in Broncos country wish Avo the best, except if we make it, that far in the playoffs. Get to the Super Bowl and it happen to be the Eagles. You playing Eagles. I hope you have much success except against us. Because that will be the only time we play Philly this year. Right? I think, but I know we got the Jets. But we gotta keep our eye out because tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time, that's when all the teams could start putting together their 16 player practice squad, and then some like they can make roster moves. They don't necessarily have to be a practice squad guy. You know what I mean? So That's going to be something to look out for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, the waiver wire is going to be available for teams to start looking at and putting together the 16 player practice squad, but they can also make moves on a roster if they feel that a certain player fits their need on on a 53-man roster, right? And then they would have to make a roster cut, a corresponding roster cut. That's how that goes. And like I said, I'm here to bring everybody knows. I'm gonna keep bringing the news like I've been doing, and this is what I'm gonna keep doing. Go Broncos.